This is the house of a boy. His name is Jimmy. He is in 8th grade. He is getting ready for school today. After he is done, he goes to the corner of a street and waits for the school bus. Then, once the school bus gets there, he gets on the bus with his friend Tommy. At school, he gets off the school bus and waits outside for the doors to open. Meanwhile, on the other side of the schoolyard, Jackson T is ready to pound the living daylights out of Timmy. Once the doors open, Timmy goes to his locker to get his math materials. "Hey, nerd," Jackson says. "Good morning, Jackson," Timmy says. Jackson shoves Timmy against the locker and threatens him. Daniel, let's go, and they go to class. In math, Timmy is learning with a Pythagorean theorem. He thinks it is easy, but the worksheet looks hard. He gets it done as the bell rings. He goes back to his locker. He makes sure that Jackson isn't there and gets his stuff for science. Timmy feels a sharp pain in his side. Jackson walks off with a grin. Timmy limps off to class. In science, Timmy flinches as he realizes that Jackson is at his table. Jackson pounds his fists together. "Jackson, stop that." The teacher says. Timmy sits down. After science, Timmy leaves after Jackson leaves. At his locker, Jackson doesn't torture him. He grabs his lunch and goes to the cafeteria. He catches up to Tommy. In the cafeteria, Timmy sits down and starts to eat his lunch, but Jackson shoves him out of his chair and pins him to the ground. Everyone, including Tommy, is egging him on. Timmy is saved by the bell. He is relieved. At his locker, he grabs his stuff for English and moves on. In English, he learns about rhetorical fallacies. He nearly fell asleep, but when he closed his eyelids, he saw Jackson. He opened them and sat right upright. Then the bell rang. Once the bell rang, Timmy goes to his locker and gets pinned to lockers. "Prepare to taste asphalt," Jackson said. He lets go and walked off. Timmy grabs his gym clothes and goes off to class. "Good morning. Today we're going to play dodgeball," Coach Malone says. Timmy is extremely scared. After gym, Timmy is limping out of class. Timmy goes to his locker. "No," Timmy thinks. "This has to stop. I'll go to the principal's office and end this bullying problem." During history, Timmy raises his hand to go to the principal's office. Once he gets permission, he gets up and walks out. He knocks on the door. "Come in," Principal Taylor says. Timmy walks in and sits down. "What seems to be the problem?" "Oh my god, what happened to your leg?" Principal Taylor gasps. He looks at his leg. He realizes that his leg is completely swollen. "Jackson bombarded me with dodgeballs," Timmy says. The principal calls Jackson into her office. "What is the meaning of making Timmy's leg swell?" she says. "He needs to be punished for being a nerd." Jackson says with a smile. "We are being punished with expulsion. How is that for being punished?" Taylor says. After class, Timmy goes to his locker to get his stuff ready to go home. At his locker, he thinks about how Tommy egged Jackson on it when he was pinned to the floor. It makes him think if he is his friend or not. Outside, he gets on the school bus and sits away from Tommy. He's already thinking about what is for dinner. At his house, he explains what happened that day. His mom puts some ice on his leg and sends him to bed after dinner. He is ready for another school day tomorrow.